Audio Jungle.
Good morning, everyone. So today is Wednesday, September 9th, and it's day 3 of my reverse diet. Yesterday didn't go as planned because I didn't plan it, and I didn't accidentally go over on my macros. I purposely went over on my macros. It was very intentional. But I have reassessed some things, and I want to make sure that I'm successful and on point with my macros today. So I did make some changes that I want to tell you guys about. I kept my calories the same at 1560. But originally I was trying to hit 43 grams of fat. I did this because I really like carbs and I wanted to have more carbs quicker. I didn't want to have to do a slower increase of carbs. So I said, hey, well, I'll just lower my fats than what they were during peak week, because my peak week fats were at 50 grams of fat, which is really high, which I'm lucky about. I get to have high fats. So I'm gonna go back to that. I shouldn't have tried to change that and, have more carbs. So I'm going back to my 50 grams of fat. I actually have it set at 52. My carbs are going down to 117, and then my protein will stay the same at 156. So I kept the same calories, I just switched the ratios around so that now I'm at, I think it's like 40% protein, 30% fats, and 30% carbs. I think that's what the breakdown is, but again, it's 117 carbs, 156 protein, and 52 grams of fat. So I went ahead and planned out my entire day. I think another problem that I had yesterday was I didn't time my meals properly. So I've planned out my entire day, and I'm basically, as soon as I have meal number 1, I'm just gonna space out my meals every 2 hours, and every 2 to 3 hours, and eat for a total of like 12 hours or so. So I'll go ahead and show you what I've planned out for today. Okay, so I've planned out everything for today. Thank you so much to the person that told me that you can rename all of your meals. So you see I named it breakfast, snack 1, lunch, snack 2, dinner, and then protein shake and dessert. And if you come look at the total column, I haven't added up the calories, but I don't think that's right. But my total macros, and this is what I tell all my clients too, look at the total number of macros and pay attention to that, because sometimes the calorie count is off. So my carbs are at 117, fat 52, and protein 156. My goal for the day is actually correct in MyFitnessPal, so you'll see that I will be spot on with my macros if I follow this meal plan, which I plan to do. So no excuses today. I need to be on point, so I planned everything out ahead of time, and I'm going to stick to it. This gives me the structure of a meal plan with the flexibility of macros. So once I've set it in stone for the day, I am not going to allow myself to change any of these meals. So I will let you know how today goes, and if these changes help me be more successful, maybe you can steal a few ideas too. Here it is, meal number 1. I did 2 whole eggs, 1 egg white, 1 English muffin, 7 grams of I Can't Believe It's Not Butter, 8 grams of the Cocoa Nutter chocolate brownie spread, and then I have coffee with a tablespoon of sugar-free creamer. So the totals are 33 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat, and 26 grams of protein. So starting the day off good, and gonna stay on track the rest of the day. What's up, everyone? So I started reading 2 books today, and I just wanted to share them with you. The first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book has been recommended to me by numerous people. I've actually tried to read it before, and I just didn't stick with it, so I'm going to try and stick with it this time. I also have my little notebook, so I'll read 1 chapter a day. I have a minimum goal of 10 pages a day in that book, and then I'll take notes on it. But today I did read 1 chapter, so we'll see how that goes. And the second book is The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. It's a 40-day challenge where you read 1 chapter a day. I'll also be writing notes in here, so I did my chapter for today, took my notes, and I think that the two books together are really going to help me and teach me a lot. Another thing that I started doing is I'm going to start listening to podcasts. So the podcasts I'm looking for are things where they talk about everything having to do with fitness, nutrition, cardio, the way that the body reacts to certain things, the way that hormones are affected, just the science behind everything having to do with this industry and my profession. I just know that there are people out there who are very credible, who I can learn from, and I want to always improve myself. So I'm kind of working on improving myself in all areas of life, mentally, spiritually, career-wise. So this is just going to be my way of doing it. So I'll kind of keep you guys updated on how I'm liking the books, and hopefully sharing this with you guys will help keep me accountable too, so that in the next 40 days I finish The Purpose-Driven Life. And then, we'll see how long it takes me to finish Think and Grow Rich. But just incorporating this into my everyday regimen, I think is going to be really good for me. I don't know, I just felt the need to share that with you guys. If there are any books that you guys have read or have really benefited from that have to do with any of those categories, feel free to comment down below. I'm sure when I finish these, I'll look for more to read. So that's it. It's time for snack. I'm really hungry because I've been reading for the past 2 hours. So it's time for snack, so I just come to my Fitness Pal and see that I get Greek yogurt with 75 grams of strawberries. So I have my Greek yogurt, and I measured and chopped out 75 grams of strawberries. Delicious and easy. It's not hard to follow the plan when you stop being a brat and just stick to it. Alright, for my next meal, I have steamed green beans, chicken breast, and some quinoa and kale mix. So here it is, green beans, chicken breast, quinoa, and kale. And then I topped it with some Taco Bell hot sauce. I just felt like having hot sauce today. And all it has is 30 milligrams of sodium, not grams. So super delicious. I love this meal. I could eat it a million times and not get sick of it. If you followed my channel since my very first bikini prep vlog, you may recognize this face, maybe this parking lot. Never mind, you can't see it. So I just went to the track for the first time since I injured my knee during prep, and it took 18 minutes to completely wipe me on my ass. Like, after the 18 minutes was up, I was like 2 more minutes until 20, and the goal was 15 of like really hard hit. So I'd already passed that, and I was like, come on, I gotta get to 20. So I was gonna try and like sprint real quick at the end on the flats, because I did hills. And I was like, stop, Emily. This is where you get injured every time. So work smarter, not harder. With that said, I just worked my ass off and pushed myself way beyond my physical, like mental, everything limits. I pushed myself way past that. Doing the extra sprints would just honestly be really stupid on my part. So on earthing, it has like hills at the top of the stairs of the bleachers, and so I did I'd like sprint a hill and then run down, and then sprint the next hill, run down, and sprint. It was killer. And then I ran bleachers for a little bit. So I changed my split up a little bit, and I'll talk to you about that when I get home. I just needed to like cool off before I start driving home because I thought I was gonna pass out. But I feel amazing. That was awesome. I'll see you guys in a little bit, probably with my next meal. Just made some fresh chicken, and my next meal is 5 ounces of chicken and 104 grams of quinoa. So hungry.